So welcome to Marbella vlog. In this video, we're going to be taking you through a leg workout, the #1 gym in Marbella. We'll be taking you to the #1 snack spot for food after training in Marbella. We have also then got some huge podcasts lined up today. We have one of the world's #1 online coaches who's going to be coming here for a podcast later on, plus 2 other special guest podcasts. And then in addition to this, we will be taking you to the live event and a bit of a tour of where our venue is for our live mastermind event here in Marbella. This is one of the secrets to get ahead in life, is to go to live events and move forward with that. Let's get into the video right now. That's a wrap training session wrapped up. If you're an online coach, one of the most important things you need to do is actually practice what you preach and actually be in good shape. So if you're not making the money you want, you probably need to spend more time in the gym and also learn what you actually need to be doing. One of the best ways to actually get better at content is to have better knowledge of what you do. So I'm going to eat something and head from there. So everyone wants to know the secret of success in life. And to make sure you actually train is to get snacks after training. So my girlfriend Charlie's going to get some snacks, gluten-free brownie and a Millionaire shortcake.
I always get the snacks.
Everyone also wants to know what's a cultural shift, and it's good for humility, is driving this wanky cheap rental car compared to the other cars I have in Dubai. We're actually playing like car roulette in terms of like Connect 4 on the dashboard and different warning lights. We are alternating between a parking like handbrake light, the airbag light, and then we intermittently sometimes have the seatbelt light comes on, beeping non-stop, even though there's no one sitting in the seat. It's like there's a ghost in the car. If you're an online coach who's looking to scale your business, today we're going to have a blast of stories. We've got Mr. Dave Kennedy from Ireland, who specialises in helping farmers get in great shape. And we're going to talk about how to get to 100,000 a month as an online coach. If you wanted us to, if you took value from this, make sure you share it with a friend. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks very much.
That was awesome. It's really, really good.
Sweet.
Yeah. Apparently now that's standing up. Do we get an image or something?
Yeah, we get some photos.
If I could go back, I would have gone just straight into that.
So funny, like we're getting such amount of females that was crazy.
Really?
Oh, crazy. And they're all body. It's crazy.
Female market's so much bigger for fitness. Like even Anders, the Danish dude who's fucking crushing it.
Was he low ticket or is he high ticket or
high ticket?
Was he
the fuck knows. I think he'll do 200k this month, but he did.
He
did this. Yeah, he did.
I thought he was low ticket.
60, 70 sign-ups like
yeah,
last 2 days and from a webinar of women. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to compound it, you don't have a lead flow sell call.
What you saw was money then.
Yeah. It's like you don't have an issue in terms of sales call. You need to get another closure. Like you need to like open up more space of sales.
I think
calls.
another coach. I think Dan wants.
It's staffing problem.
Yeah. Dan wants more. He wants more people, and the more we can train him, the better. So we're not spending we're spending 70 a day. We're not even spending 100 a day.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend any more because there's no.
I was going to. Do you remember Simon Johnson was doing that boosting on like Facebook ads?
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing that because he was getting like 500 followers a day, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what
We're only doing off the profile, only doing off the app, like.
Oh, no, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. Like
really?
It has the same effect. Has the same effect.
I don't get the time to fuck about anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like in the last. I went on a bit of a cut like 3 weeks ago when I was on holiday. I got 5 kilos and suddenly made like 10 grand in a week compared to what I was doing before.
Yeah.
And like I genuinely think sometimes it actually fucking fires a rocket. I'll be more like you've then got I'm not going to let you down.
What's the most over the top farming thing you can get?
The Lamborghini tractor.
We have we're going to restore. I'm going to restore because that's what lads love is old school machinery. Like black smoke, all that shit, right? And I was going to like drop 30 grand into the tractor and it's like this will actually pay for itself. And that's the beauty. It was like the buy car that'll pay for itself.
Well, stuff like that does.
Well, sure. And the Q&A is like one thing I'll say. Like we just done what you said. Do the Q&A with people. We just done in different areas. So farming, And when you put the B-roll into it, it's fucking massive.
Okay, so specific to your audience.
Even with the mowing, like one video got fucking 80,000 views. And all positive, and it was like how to die when you're doing silage, like when you're farming, like, and it's just us more driving machinery, like, and there's just B-roll in it, and it's just me and Mike banging out questions, like, fucking nuclear, like, well, for our niche it's good.
My parents moved here in 2008. I remember like my dad gave me like €50 note being low, and like now go to the cash machine, you can like max cash machine out for like fucking €600, and like you feel like the richest man in the world. Like when you were a kid, you were like, oh, it's like €50.
It's like just driving down here and having all these moments of like just thinking like I was here, I was like fucking 38 kilos overweight, no kids, no business. I hadn't had 2 businesses, all that shit, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh fuck, I'm here by myself to just make my business even bigger. It's fucking.
That's great. I like I was saying there, and like last night it was the exact same. Sitting by the water, just saying like, fucking, where can you do it? Like, you know, even if you were overworked or whatever, you still wouldn't change it.
Which perspective, but it's like, but you look at the problems you have and the problems you wish you would have in a few years. Like, I think about things that now stress me out. Like, that's the fucking dream to have those problems, right? Like, so I think when you sometimes you have to flip things on its head.
Perspective, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
But it's exciting too, because like, you know, you can't get much busier. That's why I'm like, well, like obviously you get more stressful, but can't get much more busy what we're doing. So I'm like, it's exciting as well. Like, it's like, I still want to get busier. Like, I was like, we can still go another level, like, if we have to, you know.
Oh yeah, you easily will do it. It's just do it. What's got you to where you are won't get you to 200k a month. So it's just understanding that's okay.
That's the biggest learning curve now.
Yeah, and
offloading.
and that's gonna like be a bit of a mindset shift. And the same thing for me is like I'm naturally a bit of a control freak. So like you're the same as me. I can do everything. I can fucking sell. I can make content. I can manage teams. Like I can do the tech stuff. So you naturally you want to like I want to jump in and do everything, but I need to like you need to take yourself out.
I do appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
See you tomorrow. Absolutely.
Now, if we look at why long form content is so important in particular, is it compounds for you. So one of the huge things I always look at in terms of business is leverage. Where can I create more leverage? Now, the big problem with what most people do right now, and probably you watching this, is you're making a lot of content, but it's short form. There's very little leverage. Like you make an Instagram reel, in 4 days, no one cares. No one's gonna see it. Whereas if you make a dope YouTube video, a dope podcast like we're doing today, it will get views for the eternity of time. Like we just had a podcast go live with Dorian Yates, and that has got 1,500 views within 24 hours. And that's gonna compound and compound and compound. And the lowest time you will ever get views on a long piece of long form content is at the beginning, when you first post it. It keeps going up. But with Instagram and short form content, you get all the views at the beginning. So one of the huge benefits with long form content is in terms of compound. Secondly is in terms of actually how you can utilize this as a tool to get your personality across, in terms of the way you talk, the way you move, who you actually are. And this is the most important thing if you watch this. In particular, if you want to build an audience, you want to build a business, people buy from people, whereas you having a 3-second clip of like how big your biceps are or how wonderful you are, no one gives a shit. What people want to do is see relatability, see Charlie's a real person, and see the human side of you. And one of the things we're going to do at our event this next day or two is I've got my parents coming to the event to watch, which will be very different for people to see my parents, because a lot of people don't see the human family side of me, which is something huge. So the huge thing I wish I did sooner is long form content. And in our fitness business, I think we have 20 million views on our fitness channel, Charlie Johnson, CJ Coaching. We're starting making some content again for that now because I enjoy it. If you want to go see some of the videos I made like 6-7 years ago, you can go check some of those out. Like there's a back warm-up video, it's got like 100,000 views. That's a lot of free traffic. That's compounded over time. So if you want the answers to the question, should you do long form content? Yes. Now, the next question I'm gonna get asked in terms of long form content, what equipment do I need? Do I need loads of fancy stuff? Essentially, what I do, if I'm filming my own, I have a microphone. This is a Shure SMB 700 microphone. I think it's about 200 pounds. I then have a very non-complex cable. I get said cable, I stick in camera, I press record, I upload it into my video team, we rip it, that's it. So if I do solo episodes, which I do when I'm in Marbella out here somewhere with a sick view, then that's the setup we use. Very, very straightforward, costs very, very little, compounds for you. And the actual tip I'd give anyone if you can do these over Zoom and have guests is you use Riverside FM, I think it might be like 10, 20 pounds a month, allows you to rip very high quality videos, whereas if you use Zoom for podcasts, the audio is not great, and the videos are also terrible. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. Today is going to be a blast. And if you're an online coach and you struggle with two things, one is getting traffic, secondly is what to make for content and how to make it. We've got Ben Mark here today, who's I've known, I think since 2018, which I did a photo shoot covered in water in Essex at Grip Gym in Basildon, which sounds kind of gay, but it wasn't as gay as it sounds. And we're going to discuss in terms of how you can optimize your content, how you can maximize your lead through traffic.
I've always put it down to, if you can simplify, because I think a lot of people try and like batch produce it, which is good. But I think and what you used to do was like, right, I'm going to the gym with Lewis, right? We're filming 2 YouTube videos, we're filming 10 reels. So in 1 2-hour session, you've just made 2 weeks worth of content. You probably didn't need to create any more that week, but with the level you do, right, we're going to do another one on Thursday, right? And just having that system. There is that, the more time you plan it and to get it right, the quicker the content production side of it, which is I've got to go somewhere, do this, where you could sit down and just plan it. Then when you go by the word and you have a system behind it, and then when it makes it easy, all of a sudden you go, content isn't that difficult. It's actually very straightforward and easy, and you can simplify so much of it by just going, what do I need to say? How do I need to say it? Let the creators do the creative, but that's their job. That's what they get off on. You as the coach needs to be then just saying that I know what I need to say. I'm going to say it this way. If I don't say it well enough, can you just pick me up because I want this to be good? As you do, I want the quality to be as good as possible. If I do say a wrong word, let's get past it. I've got so much content to produce. That one word's probably not going to kill everything, but the fact that I've got your attention, you're watching this video is the key thing. I've said enough of it right to get the point across.
And we've seen accepted very, very soon. Awesome, dude. Thank you. Joe, sorry, we're running a bit over.
Hey, buddy. Hey, how are you?
If you're an online coach and you want to master the skills of sales, today we're one of the best sales trainers in the world, Joe Maruz, who helps in training within 7-figure scaling systems. And today we're going to go through some of his wizardry to see how we can help you close more calls and make more money. So thank you for your time, Joe.
It is an absolute honor to be here, my friend. People that pay will pay attention. We know this. So get them to pay, number one. Number two, when I consider the fact that the skill of helping someone, like selling is helping, take away one L and put it a P and then change the S and make it an H. It's helping. So if I go in with the context of what can I do to help this person? What can I do to help this person? And knowing that I'm helping them by having them pay me, I'll ask you this question. If someone were to pay you for a year in full versus monthly, which out of the two is going to get the better result?
1,000% like gun to my head, the person who pays in full, because
Right.
they're fully committed.
They're committed.
And I'm in, because the biggest problem people have isn't a lack of commitment to the program and the coach they're working with, it's a commitment to themselves.
Right. Awesome.
Thank you, Joe.
My pleasure.
That was dope, dude. That's really good.
All right.
That's really, really good. That's about an hour.
52, yeah.
Perfect, good.
Yeah.
That's really, really good. That flowed really well.
Easy, we're just having a conversation. Yeah, it's great.
This is why content like this is so good, because it's so like easy to flow. There's so much value in it for people. to
Right,
check out.
yeah. How many podcasts did you do today?
3. That's about it.
Yeah,
I can feel myself starting to get tired now.
right, yeah.
Before, most of them, I think it's 5 in a day once. I was like,
That's when you rented the studio
Yeah, I've done 4
yeah.
before, but like more than 3 is too much.
Right.
Now that's a wrap in terms of 3 podcasts on back to back to back. Now, one of the most important things, if you want to have a scalable and efficient business, is the organization of your calendar. You can see my calendar on screen right now. And what I do is I block things in so everything is efficient and I get things done in basically huge amounts of work done in very short periods of time. So as an example, I try and focus on specific things on specific days. And one of the things I do is I would use an assistant to help me arrange this. So collaborate, for example, arranging podcast times, sending out the invites, arranging the meetings. These are things you shouldn't be doing and you should arrange someone else to do. Now, one of the best things in terms of the 3 podcasts we did today, so we had one with Dave Kennedy doing 100,000 euros a month, absolutely wild. If you haven't seen this and you're watching this video afterwards, go check out the video with Dave Kennedy on our podcast channel, Charlie Johnson Search Show. We've also got a podcast with Joe Maruz. So if you want to make more money, Joe is one of the best sales trainers in the world who teaches the group calls on our mastermind twice per week, and then a call with Ben Mark in terms of content if you need more traffic and eyeballs. So those are all going into our podcast channel. Again, big fan, obviously, fan of long form content. And also it's good because you can clip them for loads of sick reels. If anyone has any questions on that, drop them below in the comment section, and who you also want to see next in terms of a guest on the podcast. and we will see you in the next section of this video. Good luck trying to find the venue.
Yeah.
So is this Cordova Yang room? Is that this room? So we're trying to figure out a room. Most people don't speak English here. And also we're trying to work out where the telecommunication stuff are for cameras. Which could be inconvenient if this doesn't work tomorrow. So this is the room we're going to have tomorrow. We're going to actually crush the Mastermind event Friday and Saturday in Marbella. This isn't the actual room set up apparently, and as usual and organised Spanish are, we have no one to communicate with, and we're hoping there's projectors and all this stuff works. Let's find out. If not, I've got 9,500 people turning up, and we might not have a projector, we might be freeballing this, but it'll be good either way. So, looks fine. A lot of things like this is preparation to come to things early so you can visualise and see what things are like, and see how the room's laid out, so it's not like the second time you're in an environment. So, successfully use clues, and that's being prepared when you turn up. The cultural difference between Spain, Western Europe. If you're vegan, don't watch this. There is something interesting here. What the fuck is that? Don't get that in the UK. So if you want to know a true story from my childhood, which is probably why I am the way I am, is when I was about 5 years old, I remember going down into the kitchen and my grandma from Germany was staying with us at the time, and there was half a pig's head cut in half sitting in the sink. Gives me bad flashback memories. Anyone who has German or European heritage will know. So on the mission to become superhuman, I have started with a new coach who I will reveal in another video. One of the things he has me doing is drinking 7 ounces of kefir with my last meal. After 2-3 days, I already feel my digestion is way better. The drink is slightly weird, and the secret to that is to add stevia to it, so it tastes less like sour milk. Tried kefir, you know what. So the biggest piece of advice I can give anyone to be successful with whatever they want in life is this. Engineer your life to what you want. So build your business around what you want to achieve. So for me, it's time freedom, financial freedom, location freedom, which are the big things we help people do at 7-Figure Scaling Systems. This is what allows me to have a barbecue whenever I want, do whatever I want, spend time in the sun, travel between here, Dubai, Miami, United States, wherever I decide to go. And this is the beauty in terms of what can happen when you put the right processes in place for your life. You actually understand how to build a business, and you have clear guidance steps to do that. And the big thing we're doing on this YouTube channel is documenting the journey of what I'm doing along the way to help 1,000 trainers create true freedom in their life to do whatever they want and have the same ability to change lives of other people to get in great shape and have more fulfillment. If you took some value from this video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and check out the next vlogs coming up after this video.